Ready to unlock the secrets of captivating storytelling. Today we're taking a deep dive into a conversation between two English language learners, Marco and Erica, to see how they bring their past experiences to life.
It's amazing how personal stories can connect us no matter the language, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Marco and Erica show us how it's done. Like the way they weave in past tenses, so natural and smooth. Erica might say, I went to the beach last summer, simple past, boom, done.
Straight to the point.
But then she'll slide right into present perfect, like, I've always loved the ocean. Subtle shift, big impact.
Exactly. It's like she's connecting that specific memory to a feeling that's still with her. Gives the story more depth, you know what I mean?
It's like saying, hey, this experience shaped me.
Right. And sometimes the simplest grammar points can be the trickiest. But hearing them use it makes it so much less intimidating.
It does. And they're masters of painting pictures with words.
Yeah.
Erica, for example, she doesn't just say, I went to Italy. She takes us there.
Oh, yeah. She's all about those sensory details.
Ancient ruins, warm sunshine, cobblestone streets. You can almost smell that fresh espresso.
And taste the gelato, am I right?
Makes you feel like you're right there with her. Marco does the same with his skydiving story. Doesn't just say it was scary. He puts us right in the moment.
Standing at the open door of the plane, feeling those nerves.
And then the rush of free fall.
Yeah.
Wind whipping past, the ground getting closer. Amazing how he captures those physical sensations.
You can practically hear his heart pounding.
It's like he focuses on the physical thrill while Erica builds this whole atmosphere. Different approaches, but both so effective.
Shows you there's no one right way to tell a story, right? It's about finding your own style.
Absolutely. But we can't forget about emotion. Marco's skydiving story, it's a roller coaster. The excitement, the nerves, the adrenaline, the relief when he lands. And he doesn't spell it out, The story itself conveys the feeling.
So much more powerful that way. Like, we're right there with him, feeling those butterflies.
So what about Erica's Italy trip? How would you describe that emotional arc?
For me, it's all about wonder and discovery. There's this joy in her voice when she talks about those ancient ruins, and a kind of enchantment when she's describing the streets of Florence.
You can feel her soaking it all in.
Exactly. And then there's this contentment when she talks about those meals in those little trattorias.
Man, she makes me want to book a flight right now.
Me too. But what's really cool is how they use their stories to connect with each other, sharing, asking questions, building on each other's narratives.
And speaking of connection, Erica tells this awesome story about a road trip with her best friend, Samantha. Quirky roadside stops, those amazing sunsets.
Sounds like a blast.
But it's more than just the places, right?
Uh-huh.
It's the laughter, the shared moments, those inside jokes you get from spending time with your best friend.
Those little details that weave into a friendship.
It makes you realize storytelling is so much more than just grammar or vocabulary. It's about forging connections, sharing a piece of yourself with the world.
Using language to build understanding? Pretty powerful stuff.
Definitely. Now let's move on to another fascinating part of their conversation.
You know what's interesting? It's like Marco and Erica accidentally stumbled onto something really powerful about storytelling. Like sharing positive experiences, it's not just entertaining.
It's good for you.
Yeah, like it actually boosts your mood, even strengthens relationships.
Makes sense, right? Think about it. You share a funny story, a heartwarming memory. It's like reliving it together.
That shared joy, it's contagious.
And it reminds you that you're not alone in those experiences.
Exactly.
So learning to talk about our past, it's not just about language.
There's more to it.
It's about enriching our lives and the lives of the people around us.
Wow, that's deep. It's like language. It's more than just a tool.
It shapes us.
Yeah.
This deep dive is really making me think about storytelling in a whole new way.
It's like peeling back layers of an onion.
Huh. That's a good one. But yeah, there's so much depth to it.
Yeah.
And Marco and Erica, they just do it so naturally, effortlessly.
Just a simple conversation, but so illuminating.
Totally relatable, too. It's like they're inviting us along on their language journey.
Yeah, that conversational style, it creates a sense of, I don't know, camaraderie.
Makes it feel like a shared adventure instead of a formal lesson.
And you can tell they get it, The ups and downs of learning a new language.
Their enthusiasm is contagious. It makes me want to dig into my own memories and find new ways to share them.
That's what it's all about, right? Putting what you learn into practice.
It's like they've given us this amazing toolbox filled with storytelling techniques.
And the best part is, the toolbox keeps growing. Every new experience adds another tool.
Learning never stops, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with storytelling.
The more you practice, the more confident you become. Not just with the language itself, but with connecting with other people.
This deep dive has been amazing. So much to think about. The connection between language, memory, human connection.
Marco and Erica gave us a lot to chew on, that's for sure.
So let's wrap things up by thinking about what all of this means for you, the listener. Okay, so we've covered a ton, right? Past tenses, sensory details, the whole connection thing. But now the question is, how do you actually use all of
It's
this?
not just about listening, right? It's about becoming a better storyteller yourself.
It's like Marco and Erica gave us this, secret decoder ring.
To unlock the magic of storytelling. And like any skill, you gotta practice.
So start small. Think about something that happened recently. Doesn't have to be huge, just something interesting.
Could be anything, right? A funny conversation, a great meal you cooked, even just chilling in nature.
Just jot down some details. Where were you? Who with? And most importantly, what did you experience with your senses?
See, hear, smell, taste, feel, the whole 9 yards.
And don't be afraid to play with the language. Spice it up with some vivid verbs, some cool adjectives.
Ditch that boring good and find something better. Delicious, exhilarating, heartwarming.
Ooh, I like that. Like adding spices to a recipe.
Exactly. And don't forget the secret ingredient, emotion. What were you feeling?
Were you excited, nervous, grateful? Let us feel it, don't just tell us.
Because that's what makes a story come alive.
And that's what Marco and Erica showed us, right? Language learning, it doesn't have to be a chore.
It can be fun, engaging,
It's about connecting with people, sharing who you are.
using language to express yourself.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to ask you, what story will you share next?
What experience is just waiting to be told? Because everyone has a story, you know?
On yours, told with passion, with heart, it can connect with people in ways you never imagined. So until next time, happy storytelling.